Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I have sent you a lot of messages and announcements over the past couple weeks, but I thought it would be nice to maybe have you guys see me in person, see me live before we get ready to get back to business with our class online. I know that some of you are really nervous about this transition. I know that none of you signed up for an online course. And in fact, some of you probably intentionally avoided online courses simply because you aren't comfortable with them. And now all of your courses are being thrown into this format. So I am sure there is some anxiety, but I want to assure you that I'm going to do everything in my power to get every single one of you through this next 6 weeks as painlessly as possible. My goal is that all of you will exit this M100 class with a good grade that will enable you to put this behind you and not have to take another math class. So I do want you to take it seriously. We're in a tough time. We're all in the same tough time. I'm locked down here at home with my wife and 4 kids, and we're probably getting a little stir crazy, and we're barely a week into this thing. So I want to encourage you that this is a time where you can thrive, or this is a time where you can wither. And I want to encourage every single one of you to really, really focus on thriving through this down period. I also, it's my hope and prayer that you'll all remain safe and healthy. But in the very real chance that any of you get sick, please reach out to me as soon as possible and let me know via email that you're ill, and we will work to get through that, even if we have to grant extensions at the end of the semester so that you can finish up. So anyway, I hope you all have your books at home. I'm not going to do a lesson right now, but I am going to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing. This is new to me as well. I do teach M100 online, but I have not had to do it where we're working through Zoom calls and things like that. So I hope that you'll all have patience with me. That's one of the reasons I'm putting out this early YouTube video to kind of give everybody a heads up on where we're going to go. On Tuesday, March 31st, which is just 6 days away, we are going to pick up with Chapter 9, Sections 3 and 4. And these 2 sections are the geometry sections of our text. We're going to be focusing on perimeter and area in 9.3. And perimeter and area are related to 2-dimensional objects: squares, rectangles, triangles, circles, trapezoids, and so forth. So we'll be talking about perimeter and area in 9.3. And I would encourage you to read that section if you have the opportunity. Go through 9.3. You can ignore the section on Heron's formula right here. We're not going to talk about Heron's formula. And we're also not going to be talking about the Pythagorean theorem. I think, yes, the Pythagorean theorem on page 474. We're not going to be talking about this either, and I won't be testing over that material. But other than that, I would encourage you to read sections 9.3 and 9.4. We're going to be talking in 9.3 specifically about perimeter and area of the shapes that I previously mentioned, and the formulas related to those. And then when we get into 9.4, we're going to be talking about volume and surface area. And volume and surface area are related to 3-dimensional objects, cubes, and or you might think of them as boxes, and cylinders and cones and things like that. So I do want you to focus on reading those 2 sections, 9.3 and 9.4. In 9.4, you will not need to worry about the volume of a cone. The formula for the volume of a cone is at the top of page 408. We will not worry about the volume. No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. We will not worry about the surface area of a cone. We will be talking about the volume of a cone. So you can ignore the part about surface area of cones. And then what I've done is I'm not going to be assigning homework problems out of the book. I've created some homework problems in my math lab for you to practice. They will not count toward your grade. So you can go in there and you can practice them and you can rework them and try them as much as possible. But just like the original syllabus, homework will not count as part of your grade. For your other two tests that you will be taking before the final, and I sent you a message about this, but I want to explain it in case there's any lack of clarity. I'll be creating an online My Math Lab test for you to take. And I don't know exactly how many questions it will be, but you'll be allowed to take that up to twice. And the higher of your two scores will be the one that is recorded and kept. And it will be based on the kinds of problems that you'll be doing, that we'll be talking about, and you'll be practicing in your homework. You'll be allowed to take those tests. I'll set up a time frame probably on the days that we would ordinarily meet for a Zoom call. I will set up those tests and open them up for you to take, and I'll give you plenty of time to do that. If you have any other classes that might conflict online and you need to take those tests at a different time, send me a message and let me know, and we will reschedule those on an individual basis. I am at home, just like most of you are, and I do have things to do, but my primary focus is on getting my students to successfully complete this M100 class. So don't be afraid to reach out. I'm on my computer a lot. Probably too much. I need to get out and take a walk. I am worried, guys. You know, I've shared my story of losing weight so I could go skydiving, and I am really determined that I am not going to let this downtime put weight back on. I'm at slightly higher risk for the coronavirus because of my compromised immune system, and so I'm doing everything I can to try and stay healthy, and so I do not want to put any weight back on. So I don't want to be sitting in front of my computer all day, but I am sitting in front of my computer a lot, and my email is open all the time. So if you send me an email and I'm in front of my computer, I'm going to hear it and I'm going to respond to it as quickly as possible. Having said all that, I also know that you all are dealing with this situation in your own way. Some of you are probably struggling with possible loss of work. Some of you, I know of at least one student who reached out to me who was working in the healthcare field, and I want to thank her and all healthcare workers for being on the front lines during this this war that we're at with the coronavirus. So if life is getting in the way for you a little bit, you need to prioritize your courses. You need to prioritize school. But if you have to adjust things, let me know and I will work with you to adjust them so that you can get through this and so that we can fit this course into the time frame of your life right now. I know that some of you are sitting at home bored out of your mind like I am. Take advantage of this opportunity to get through the course. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the phone ringing. But take advantage of this opportunity, this downtime, to get through your work, get through your schooling. Read some good books. Try not to veg out too much on Netflix or anything like that. And try to be productive, because life is going to return to normal. It might be a new normal for all of us. It might be slightly different, but we are going to get back to a normal way of life. And if you take this time and just kind of veg out and not do anything productive, the rest of the world is going to be sprinting ahead and you're going to be behind. So try and stay on top of this stuff. That's my little pep talk. I hope you're all doing well. And I sincerely think of you guys every Tuesday. I'll be thinking of you, and every Thursday. And so, yeah, feel free to reach out. I don't have office hours per se, but I am in front of my computer, like I said, a lot. So I'll try and respond to you as quickly as possible. So I'm going to end this video right now and get it posted up to YouTube, and then I'll send you guys the link so that you can check in. Please do try, at least for the first Zoom meeting on Tuesday, the 31st. Please try to log in so that we can at least connect. I know a couple of people have reached out and said that, you know, they've got some things going on that Tuesday morning that they can't quite work around. I understand, But if you can check in, and if you have to leave early from that Zoom call, I am not taking attendance. It will not impact your attendance grade. As you know, I've already posted your attendance grade based on the first half of the semester. But if you can try to at least check in, say hi, it'll be an encouragement to everybody. So you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you hopefully on